transparency and accountability to the child welfare and juvenile justice systems in the state. I talked with a new leader earlier today to learn more. Joining me now is Matthew Bernstein. He was appointed by Governor Scott to serve in this new role. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Now, in your new role, the state has been struggling for years with these issues, whether it's building new facilities to house juveniles or providing mental health services. Now that you're in this role, where do you start?
Well, really, we start by listening. I'm planning a full state listening tour to meet with folks in all constituencies, including obviously children, youth, and parents, but also DCF workers, facilities themselves, kids in facilities, foster homes, guardians ad litem. It's a big constituency, and the first goal of this office is to travel throughout the entire state and listen to folks and hear what's going on.
And going off that, what are your greatest challenges you face in making an impact statewide?
There are a lot of challenges. The constituency of this office is incredibly broad. We serve children, youth, and families in the foster care system, loosely speaking, in juvenile justice, and any child or youth in a facility funded by state, through which state dollars are being spent. So, there's a lot of challenges. There's individual challenges and there's systemic challenges. And again, it's going to start with listening. I want to emphasize that this office is nonpartisan. It has an obligation to be transparent. It is a state entity, but it is also independent. So, and it has a twin kind of mandate, which is to listen to children, youth, and families who have complaints or need to contact the office because things aren't going well potentially, or maybe they are going well and they aren't going well, and they need some support with what isn't going well. And then it's also to advise the legislature, the governor's office, even DCF from an independent standpoint about how to improve systems and make outcomes better for children, youth, and families.
As you mentioned, a lot of challenge there. So how do you measure success? How do you measure that?
That is a very good question. I think there's a common goal to have fewer children enter the foster care system. There's a common goal, and when I say common, I mean everybody in the state of Vermont wants this. Fewer children in the foster care system, more children remaining with their families and their caregivers, fewer children in any kind of facility, whether it's mental health, juvenile justice, whether it's in-state or certainly out of state. And definitely fewer children who are charged with crimes and in the probation system.
Matthew, last question here. Your title seems limitless in the number of areas you'll be advocating for. So what can we expect in terms of how you'll be setting up your office and those working with you?
Yeah, one thing I want to emphasize is that this is a statewide position. We are looking for a physical space, which will probably be in Chittenden County, but I do want to make clear that it will not be a Chittenden-centric office. It's largely based on practicalities. Second, I just want to emphasize that the statute that creates this office gives it certain responsibilities, and those include working in collaboration with children, youth, and families, and analyzing and monitoring federal, state, and local legal developments, and potentially, bringing more money to the state for this work, reviewing complaints, advising children on their rights and responsibilities, providing systemic information to public agencies and the state government, and then each year submitting a report by December 1st that reports on the state of children, youth, and families impacted by all of these systems.
Matthew Bernstein, thank you so much for your time and good luck in your new role.
Thanks so much. I'm going to need